Well, my goodness, I mean, how dull is it? I mean, who is sick of the cloud? Because I certainly am. This is what we've been graced with today. Plenty of grey skies. It has been dry though, so that's something. And it should stay largely dry as we head through the course of the weekend, but it's going to stay pretty grey indeed. Let's have a look at a roundup for the next couple of days. So yes, still cloudy, surprise, surprise. Some light rain in there as well for some of us, and it will still be feeling quite chilly. A gentle breeze as well coming from the southeast, so shouldn't feel too bad. This is our pressure chart. So we've got this weather front out to the west. Now this is moving eastwards, however it's doing so quite slowly because we've still got high pressure overhead, so that's kind of keeping things fairly settled and of course quite grey. So we keep the low cloud as we head through the course of tonight. You'll notice there's a spittle spot of rain just creeping in there from the east, but our temperatures likely to fall down below freezing, potentially down to around -1. Still a gentle breeze overnight and a few breaks where that cloud does separate. So this is Friday. Now we've still got high pressure here. This is our weather front we spoke about a second ago. So it's still tracking eastwards, but doing so very, very slowly. It's kind of being blocked from coming too close. Now we are going to have quite a lot of cloud first thing tomorrow, but you'll notice it does break up slightly. I don't want to oversell the sunshine, but it wouldn't be difficult for it to be a bit brighter than it was today, would it? So there should be a little bit more of that. I think the afternoon is probably the best time for us to notice any brightness. About 4 or 5 degrees, still quite chilly. Big coats on still, I would say, tomorrow. And as we head through into the evening, you'll start to see the cloud thickening and this weather front pushing in. So that will bring us a little bit of rain. It should be fairly light and patchy by the time it gets to us, and it will move through. So we may just end up with a bit of it lingering into Saturday. Still those temperatures down to -1. Here's our chart for Saturday. You know the story, high pressure, it's not really going anywhere, is it? And a few weather fronts kicking about. So we will start to see these move in, and you'll see on Saturday, we have got a little bit of rain. You could see a little bit of sleet over any higher ground, but it'll be very, very short-lived. Nothing really impactful at all. Still very grey. Don't think we're really going to see much sunshine, to be honest with you, on Saturday, and about 4 degrees Celsius. So really no change with those temperatures either. Sunday looks very similar. You'll see from the outlook in a second. We are still going to keep this quite dreary, dull weather through to the end of the weekend. Potential, a small potential, I should say, for a little bit of brightness, but the best of it should actually come next week. We're still a bit away, still a bit of kind of a few question marks over how much sunshine next week, but it does look like it will gradually turn slightly milder by the end of it, Amelia. As for the rest of the weekend, we do have quite a lot of cloud around still, so it's going to build back in tonight. So tomorrow and for the best part of Sunday, it is going to be quite grey. We're also going to see some spells of rain move in tonight. It will still feel quite chilly, and then eventually it will turn a little bit milder next week. So you can see we've got a couple of weather fronts now that are going to start to move in from the west. This one here will bring us some rain as we head through tonight and into tomorrow. You can see the cloud does break up slightly, not very much mind you, and that cloud starts to thicken as we head through tonight. A little spittle spot of rain to start with, nothing else really till the early hours of Saturday morning, but still could see those lows of -1. So chilly first thing, big coats on is my recommendation. Through Saturday that front clears away. You'll see some of it, you can see some white there, so we may get a little bit of winteriness. I think the further north you are, the more likely you are to see that, but again, it's really not going to come to anything. It will mostly be this rain. So those spells of rain move through. Some of them could be a little bit heavy, still only 4 or 5 degrees, and they continue for a time through the evening as well. You'll see we do get some kind of dry interludes, and it will become lighter and patchier as we head into the early hours of Sunday. And this is Sunday. You can see the weather front, number 2, starts to move in for Monday. That is going to stay quite far west, so I don't think we're really going to see much rain. Maybe a bit of drizzle on Monday. It should be fairly dry. And you can see any rain on Sunday morning starts to fade away. It is going to stay quite grey. I think North Norfolk coast, you could see a little bit more in the way of sunshine, and those temperatures still around 4 or 5 degrees. But I mentioned next week, and those temperatures, look at them, back into double figures potentially, at least by Wednesday, and before then we should see something a little bit brighter. So some more sunshine on the way.